The American South, a Democratic stronghold, began a dramatic transformation in the mid-20th century. The catalyst, the Civil Rights Movement. This movement exposed deep fissures within the Democratic Party. Southern Democrats clung to segregationist views, at odds with the party's national platform. The 1948 election revealed the coming realignment. President Truman's support for civil rights alienated many Southern Democrats. This discontent gave rise to the Dixiecrat movement. They nominated Strom Thurmond as their presidential candidate. The Dixiecrats carried 4 Southern states in the 1948 election. While Truman secured a second term, the Dixiecrat revolt signaled a growing schism. Southern Democrats felt increasingly alienated by their party's stance on civil rights. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 fueled Southern backlash. These laws, championed by President Johnson, outlawed racial discrimination. Southern segregationists now found themselves on the losing side of history. Their resentment would have profound consequences for Southern politics. Richard Nixon, a Republican strategist known for his shrewd political instincts, recognized an opportunity in the South's growing disaffection with the Democratic Party. In the late 1960s, he implemented what became known as the Southern Strategy. This strategy aimed to appeal to white Southern voters who felt alienated by the Democratic Party's embrace of civil rights. Nixon's Southern strategy relied on coded language and subtle appeals to racial resentment. He emphasized issues like law and order and states' rights, which resonated with white Southerners wary of federal intervention in their way of life. By tapping into these anxieties, Nixon hoped to peel away white voters from the Democratic Party and create a new Republican majority in the South. The Southern strategy proved remarkably effective. Nixon won the 1968 presidential election with significant support from the South, carrying 5 of the 11 former Confederate states. His victory marked a turning point in Southern politics, signaling the beginning of the region's shift from the Democratic to the Republican Party. Nixon's successors, particularly Ronald Reagan, would continue to build upon the foundation he laid in the South. The Republican Party, once anathema to many white Southerners, gradually became their political home. The 1980s witnessed the rise of the religious right, a powerful political force driven by conservative Christian values. This movement found a receptive audience in the South, a region deeply steeped in evangelical Protestantism. Issues like abortion, school prayer, and gay rights became increasingly prominent in political discourse, galvanizing conservative voters. Ronald Reagan, elected president in 1980, skillfully harnessed the energy of the religious right. He spoke out against abortion, endorsed school prayer, and championed traditional family values. Reagan's message resonated with many white Southerners who saw his presidency as a restoration of moral order and a bulwark against social change. The Republican Party, under Reagan's leadership, became increasingly associated with social conservatism. This alignment further solidified the party's hold on the South, where religious values held significant sway over voters. The Democratic Party, perceived as increasingly liberal on social issues, struggled to compete for the support of culturally conservative Southerners. By the 1990s, the political realignment of the South was largely complete. The region, once a bastion of Democratic support, had become a Republican stronghold. This transformation, decades in the making, reshaped the American political landscape. Several factors contributed to this profound shift. The Civil Rights Movement had shattered the Democratic Party's hold on the South, creating an opening for Republicans to exploit. Nixon's Southern strategy, with its appeals to racial anxieties, proved remarkably effective in peeling away white voters from the Democratic Party. The rise of the religious right further cemented the Republican Party's dominance in the South, as the party became increasingly associated with conservative Christian values. Today, the South stands as a testament to the enduring power of cultural and political change. The region's journey from solid South to solidly Republican highlights the complexities of American politics and the deep-seated forces that shape our national identity. In recent years, there have been signs that Democrats are making inroads in the South once again. A notable example is the state of Georgia. In the 2020 presidential election, Joe Biden won Georgia, becoming the first Democratic candidate to do so since 1992. This victory was attributed to a combination of demographic changes, increased voter turnout, and effective grassroots organizing. Gap 2S. Additionally, in the 2021 Senate runoffs, Democrats John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock won their respective races, giving the Democratic Party control of the U.S. Senate. These victories suggest that the political landscape in the South may be shifting once more, with Democrats finding new opportunities to compete in historically Republican strongholds. Gap 2S. The changing demographics, including a growing population of younger, more diverse voters, have played a critical role in this shift. Grassroots efforts led by figures like Stacey Abrams have mobilized communities and brought new voices into the political arena. The hard work of local activists combined with broader national trends indicates that the South is once again a battleground for the future of American politics. Gap 2S. As we look to the future, it is clear that the South's political landscape is far from static. The region continues to evolve, reflecting the dynamic nature of American democracy. The story of the South is a testament to the power of change and the enduring impact of civic engagement. Gap 2S. Whether this trend will continue remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the South will remain a crucial and contested region in the ongoing narrative of American politics. The seeds of change planted long ago continue to bear fruit, reminding us that the story of American democracy is ever unfolding, shaped by the people and their unwavering pursuit of a more perfect union. Gap 2S. Join us for more insights and updates on Southern politics. Subscribe now.